If you built a website and want to put that out on the internet, you got a lot of options, and I want to talk over the services that I've used and give you an overview and help make your decision. What I'm specifically talking about is a static website, so every website visitor is going to see the same page, and non-WordPress with a custom URL. And for that, I'm going to exclude completely services that are website builders like Wix, or even ones with website builders like GoDaddy. If they offer a website builder, their price is going to be higher even if you don't use the builder. So I'm excluding all of those. That's a whole different experience if you're building your website with the same service that you'll host it on. Excluding those, and I'll tell you right up front what I would recommend is hosting it on a public cloud provider like Google Cloud or AWS. Azure's okay, but I've run into some problems with availability. I recommend those for a website over any other service, mainly because of price. So those would run around $3 a month with your custom domain, while all the other ones are around $12 a month if you're paying month by month. So what I always thought was the cheapest, sorry, not the cheapest, but the easiest website hosting service was Netlify. And I was trying to create a demo of how to deploy a website on Netlify. And in signing up, I enter my information here and click to have an email sent to me so I can confirm my account. Never got the email. Tried again, there's no error message. Never got the email. This has happened to me before, and if you go on Netlify's forums, a lot of people have had the same problem. So it is unreliable like that. I'll log into my other account here, and you can see the experience, if you're lucky enough to set up an account, is a bit easier than some of the other services on here. So Netlify is a good option among its peers. Hostinger is also easier than others. A lot of the ones that are hard use the same cPanel template software for uploading files like File Manager, and it's extremely hard to navigate. You can't upload an entire website folder. You have to create a folder, upload files, create subfolders individually on those interfaces, and it's an absolute nightmare. So for $12 a month or so, I would never ever use one of those harder options. What's going to be a unique experience is two others, Firebase and GitHub Pages. They really merit their own videos. In brief though, Firebase aims to make the deployment process super simple. The only problem is and I still use it for Angular and React apps, but the problem is when you try to simplify what should be a simple process already, it doesn't really simplify it. So Firebase still is a decent contender there, but I think I don't necessarily need that. I would way rather use Google Cloud itself with a few added steps, because Firebase also costs a little bit more. GitHub Pages is an extremely solid option. It's just that if you are trying to deploy a simple website, you don't necessarily need to put that in a version control system like GitHub. You could just keep that on your computer. Things aren't going to be changing that much. Whereas when you're using GitHub Pages, you have to have a repo for it. That's not an awful thing though. So creating a GitHub account, creating a repo, uploading your files there, and then creating a page from that repo is a very solid option. But in short, I would still go with Google Cloud. And I'll try to walk through that soon.